I'm just trying to show y'all this because they looking good and it looks like it's glamour. It's not like that. This shit is all about rituals, demons, Babylonian gods, and screwing a man in his ass. You get in the music industry, they start taking you on these crazy party trips, and it's called the Pandora box. And while it's called the Pandora box, it's called because everybody that's like a masquerade. And sometimes they don't have masks on, but sometimes they do. And you have I've said this in many of my blogs before, but let's just bring it up to par, right? They have masks on, they have androgynous there, they have she-he's, they have women dressed like men. I mean, you name it, it's there. And it's all the top Hollywood actors, models, singers, hip-hoppers, you name it, is there. And they could be dressed in a disguise. So she was exposed to that. My God, I can't believe that. I can't be a part of that. Oh, what you mean you can't be a part of it? If you want your check, you want this Hollywood life, you would be a part of it, and you're not going to share these secrets. She thinks about that. She cried a little bit. They always cry, right? So she said, okay. She goes in this Pandora box, androgynous owner, man owner, woman owner. That's nothing, right? She's thinking, I got that over with, so she didn't think it was nothing. She didn't really have to do nothing but men go kiss a little. She's used to kissing women. Here's the kicker. The three producers, the headliners, the guy who make Hollywood runs like it does, right, bring her to the upper penthouse tomorrow. So she's thinking she getting ready to sign a contract. No, they want to pop her in her ass. And this is how they get down. They call it gravy.
If you do get hurt, well, that's just gravy.
Now, everybody, other people may know you from Gravy and your music career. Has this sparked the acting bug? Are we gonna see you in a lot more roles following this?
Yeah, definitely. This is my newfound love. Music is my passion, and acting. I'm definitely getting ready to jump into it.
Okay.
That's a Hollywood slogan for people who just got popped in behind. Well, how did it go, man? How's your career going? Oh, I can tell you right now, baby, everything's gravy. There's been a lot of people that's got their letters on the fly. And they read all the literature. They have them in a nice little room or a sweet hotel. It's real elegant. They do it really nice. And they let you read that letter and they tell you what you think. I ain't got no problem with this. Okay, sign right here. Now that's the beginning of the rituals of everything that's to come for you. All the doors going to open for you. All the doors are opening. He ain't ready for what they're going to hit him with. We want you to meet some friends, okay? I want you to take it personal because we know that you're about your business and you know how to make that dollar. It's all business. Don't take it personal when you see what's up, right? They take them in this room and there'll be 3-4 dudes on another guy. And he may know that dude in the business. They say, what you're about to see, nobody else knows. This is part of the rituals. You are not to speak about this. You seeing these dudes, transsexual, transgender, and they all like lapping this one cat, right? That's the first test to see if you're going to buck. Why I'm telling you that? Because that's the first thing they did to Cat. They took Cat to all these private parties. Cat couldn't believe what he was seeing. Cat rebelled. Usually before they want to take you to the next level, they say, let's see what he's going to think when we take him here. A lot of dudes like, you know what? Fuck that, ain't got shit to do with me. It's all about the money. Well, it ain't all about the money because now what you saw done to that guy, it's your turn. And you're going to...
See, so there you go. They actually use music, all right, sponsored a couple of Cuban rappers to basically start making songs that are anti-establishment in Cuba against the government. All right, but the Cuban government, the Lord revealed it to them, and it ended up in nothing. So they've been using music as a tool for years to destroy our people. And that's the reason why our image is garbage now. All right, let's see here. There's a bit more here I want to show. Alright, let's go.
Positions in the record labels. Now here's what made this especially suspicious. Private prisons operate on a simple business model. The more prisoners they house, the more money they make from government contracts. In fact, many of these private prison contracts included something called occupancy guarantees, requirements that the prisons maintain at least 90% full at all times. Think about what that means. If the prison population dropped too low, they'd lose money. They had a financial incentive to make sure people kept getting arrested and sentenced to long prison terms. Now, some people tried to debunk this by saying that BlackRock and Vanguard were just investment management companies. They didn't actually own these businesses. They just managed other people's money invested in them. But here's the thing. When you manage trillions of dollars in investments, when you're one of the largest shareholders in dozens of major corporations, you have influence. You have a voice in boardroom decisions. You have the power to shape corporate strategy. And if you're making money from both sides of the equation, from the music that creates criminals and from the prisons that house those criminals, then you have every incentive to make sure that cycle continues. In the
There you go, man. So they've been doing it for a very long time. Now, go back to the 1960s and how our image was and the way our people dressed then until now. You know? Because the music influenced them, you know? That's why when, you know, you're going to official places, you know, always dress, you know, like job interviews and whatever, work, always dress smart, man. You know, be well-mannered, be polite, you know, because all of this is against us in general. Because, number one, we're under the curses, but this devil, as I said in the last meeting, he's building up a rap sheet, a criminal record against our people. Drugs, guns, this, that, and the other, robberies, you know. He's pushing all of this out in the media, all right, to justify the crackdown that he's going to do. That's the reason why he's been doing, what's it called? He's announced that it's going to be in Washington, Oakland, Baltimore. He talked about sending in the National Guard. Now, in Washington, they've done it. They're doing it already. But you have to give him an excuse. And you niggers are giving them excuses to do this. All right? And a part of it is the music. Because music is very powerful. And we're going to see from this example. Now, I've put this in the NLT. All right? This is about Saul. All right. So when he was king and he had a troubling spirit, all right. And look what David did. He used an instrument, you know, which helped Saul. Okay. So we're going to read about that now. So I'll put it in NLT so it'll be easier for you to understand. This is 1 Samuel 16 and 14. Now the spirit of the Lord Yahweh had left Saul. All right. So the Lord was not dealing with him. All right. And the Lord sent a tormenting spirit, because he's the father of spirits. All right. Whether they're left-hand spirits or right-hand spirits. All right. And believe me, there's plenty the videos online. There's one in Serbia of this woman that always dances. You know, people see her at night and she dances really well. And she always has her back to you. And then when you call out, she comes at you with a knife. That's a evil spirit, man. All right? That's an evil spirit. But whether they're left-hand spirits or right-hand spirits, the Lord, all right, is in charge of them. He's the father of spirits. Okay? So that's why it says, and the Lord Yahweh sent a tormenting spirit that filled him with depression and fear. All right? Depression and fear. So these conditions, like mental health conditions and all these kind of things, a lot of the times they're spiritual problems, man. All right? And that's mental health problems are the hardest to get over. Okay? Verse 15. Some of Saul's servants said unto him, a tormenting spirit is from the Most High, is troubling you. All right? Let us find a good musician to play the harp whenever the tormenting spirit troubles you. He will play soothing music and you will soon be well again. So just like sometimes you put music on it, you know, it depends what the music is. You know, it can boost your spirit. Other times, I remember years ago, I came out of hospital And when I, used to come out of hospital, I used to suffer a few days later after of depression. And I remember I was with my friend, and we went to the shops, to get something. And I was driving in the car, and on the CD player was DMX, that song, Slipping and Falling, I Can't Get Up. And I remember my friend, not even in this truth, and I weren't in this truth back then, he knew that I was depressed, and he said, listening to this is not going to help you. And he was right, man. Because what was the chorus of that song by DMX? I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. That's not what I wanted to hear. That won't be any good for me. All right. So in this situation, they said, look, let's get a musician. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Let's skip down here. Verse 18. And one of the servants said to Saul, one of Jesse's sons from Bethlehem, a talented harp player, not only that he is a brave warrior, a man of war, all right, and has good judgment, he is also a fine-looking young man, and the Lord is with him. All right. So they were like, listen, get David, to play this harp. All right. All right. Let's skip down here. You can read it for yourself in depth if you want. All right. Verse 21. So David went to Saul and began serving him. Saul loved David very much, and David became his armor bearer. Then Saul sent word to Jesse, saying, please let David remain in my service, for I am very pleased with him. Verse 23. And whenever, this is the main point, whenever the tormenting spirit from the Lord, all right, from the Most High, troubled Saul, David would play the harp. Then Saul would feel better, and the tormenting spirit will go away. So music has an effect. All right. In this respect, he was tormented in the spirit because the Heavenly Father sent a tormenting spirit, and David playing the harp calmed him down, and that spirit went away. So you have to ask yourself, when you listen to this garbage that is being served up now, all right, when you listen to the garbage that is being served up now, what spirit is that putting on you? All right, what spirit is that putting on you? It's putting on an evil spirit. All right. Now this guy is in the music industry. I'm just gonna play this. He's a degenerate, but the Lord put a spirit on this degenerate to tell the truth. All right, 1 sec.
We take a hit every time this record. Oh, look, listen to the records. Just listen to them. Guns, murder, mass murder of large black people. #1 subject matter inside the hip-hop community right now. Second subject matter, I got it out the mud. I struggled. I sold dope. I'm in the trap house. Third subject matter, my bitch, I fucked your bitch. I got new bitches. I got maximum bitches. Fourth subject matter, diamonds. My diamond's this, my diamond that, my diamond this. Every rapper gets diamonds from the jeweler. The jeweler gets diamonds from your people, stole them from your people, then sell them back to your slave niggas.
And he's absolutely right, because I'm from Sierra Leone. That's where mainly we have diamonds, man. And the white man is stealing the diamonds over there, all right? He's paying our people peanuts to do it, all right? So he's stealing the resources that your people have, because over in Sierra Leone, most of them are Israelites, all right? They're digging it out. The white man's doing what he's doing. And then he puts it on some chain or whatever, and you niggas are buying it, man, for like 100, 1,000 times worth of what it is. Dummies, man. That's why he called you slave niggas. And I agree.
So the nigga go steal the diamonds from your peoples and then come sell them to you, who is the slave, for triple the amount. And then the fifth subject is maximum drug usage and alcohol consumption. Now here's the witchcraft aspect of it. If you are in the club and you are drinking alcohol, your entire spirit is opened up. You can receive information and program yourself 1,000 times better. This is why clubs sell alcohol. They make sure they sell large amounts of alcohol. Why? Because when you're in the club and you're listening to the shit and you're fucking drinking, then you're listening. If you're drunk and you're halfway drunk and you're just listening to kill, 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 shoot, 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 kill, 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 shoot, 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 drug, 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 kill, 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 shoot, 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 drug, 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 kill, 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 shoot. What's the next song? Kill, 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 drug, 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 shoot, 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 kill, 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 drug, 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 shoot, 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 kill, kill, drug, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. And then you know what's the last thing the nigga say? Running from the motherfucking cops.
Beautifully said. That's the plan, man. All right. And he would know because he's a fucking rapper, man. You know, and he's a homosexual as well. But he's right, and that's why we have this demonic drill music, which is demonic, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't, you know. I mean, listen, we're spiritually protected, but you niggas out there in the world, all right, you're actually taking in this too far. I mean, look at this stuff, man. You know, you niggas are becoming an embarrassment, man. You know. I mean, there's half of these guys that are in this videos are dead, man. Like this guy, what's his name? Yeah, he called himself King Von. Yeah, this guy, man. This guy was a real evil, wicked nigger, man. Alright? A real evil, wicked nigger that used to kill people and celebrate it on Instagram and all that stuff. That's why when he died, when the Lord took him out, people actually celebrated, man. Alright? You know, the Bible says mourn with those who are mourning. Alright? They did the opposite, man. They were celebrating, man. Hey, one guy said that he had a celebratory dinner when this old block nigger, the Lord took his spirit back to the spiritual realm. Now this nigger is in his right mind, man. Fuck all of them, man. Every single one of them, man. Alright? They're doing a hell of a lot of wickedness, man. Alright? And we're trying to warn you of these things. Okay? So music is not music that is wicked. It's the intent behind it, man. And the spirit that comes with it. You know? This is Ephesians 5:18. Be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Alright, verse 19. Speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. And haven't we done that? Alright. Look in the cotton fields when our ancestors were picking cotton, like you see in what's it called? 12 years a slave. Yeah, when they, those songs kept our people going, man. You see?
Pick that gun. Move along, huh? Come on, Ellis. Drive them niggas. Pick that gun. Move along, huh? Here, what you doing, boy? Come on.
240 for Bob.
Sun gon' set here.
Sun down the mountain.
Sun gon' set here.
Sun down the mountain.
Sun gon' set here.
Sun down the mountain. Teach me, Lord.
Edward, get him water.
I just work here. I just work here.
See, so why were they singing during that? Because that song, the songs, just like how David played the harp, those songs kept our ancestors going, man. Back then, man. Breaking our back and stuff. And having one of your own people whipping you, like you see in this. Alright? So there's plenty of scriptures that encourage us to sing songs and blessings to the Lord. Alright? You have the whole book of Psalms, etc. But at the end of the day, alright, it's the intent behind it, with the spirit that is behind it. Right now, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, this man has, he's corrupted music. Alright? And he's done it basically to destroy us. And one of the reasons why we have black and black crime for, because you don't know who's watching, whether they're new in the truth or not. But if you go to Deuteronomy 28, alright, and verse 15, in Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 15, it tells you, to 14, this is the Lord saying to us, listen, if you do all this, alright, you'll be blessed. But from verse 15, alright, if you don't keep my commandments and you ignore them and you worship other gods, alright, and that's why it says in the subheading, consequences of disobedience. All these curses will come upon us. Alright, and one of them was to go into slavery in ships, as we know. But another one is that our people will be evil towards each other. Alright, Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is, I'm going to put this in the NLT as well, just to make it plainer here. Oh, this is going to be good. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. The most tender-hearted man among you will have no compassion for his own brother. Alright? And your own brother is what? A fellow Israelite. His beloved wife and his surviving children. So that's why we have so-called black and black crime. Latino crime. Gang banging on the reservation because of this curse. Alright? And also, that's why we have the broken homes. Alright? He said he'll have no compassion on his own brother, on his wife, and his surviving children. Alright? He will leave his children. That's why we have single parent mothers. Alright? The remnant of his children he shall leave. If you put it in the King James Version, that's what it says. Look. Okay? So that's why this truth gives you, like when you first, the Lord brings you the truth, okay, that's why our people behave in the way that they behave. Oh, that's why I behaved in the way that I used to behave. Alright? So Deuteronomy 28 and 54 is in the King James Version. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye will be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So that's why the woman is alone in the predominantly Israelite houses, whether it be blacks, Hispanics, or Native Americans. You see? Okay? That's the reason why. Okay? So the Heavenly Father's got all the answers, man. And all them rappers, they're going to be destroyed because they've sold their souls, man. Alright? They sold their souls. And they will profit for a while. Like it says, the triumph of the wicked is but for a moment. Alright? And a lot of our people are wicked. Now we're going to go to James. This is the last scripture I put to close. James chapter 3 verse 14. But I want to put this in NLT. Alright, so it'll be easier for people to understand. Okay, and this sums up the music industry in general, man. Alright, this is James 3 and 13. If you are wise and understand the Most High's ways, prove it by living an honorable life. And you niggas in that music industry, you're actually bringing out a vibration of having an unhonorable life. That's the vibration, you know. Doing good works with the humility that comes from wisdom. Okay, verse 14. But if you are bitterly jealous and there is a selfish ambition in your heart, which is most of you rappers, you drill rappers, you niggas and nigger women, that especially you women that are in these videos, you know, just twerking and all that kind of stuff, and then you wonder why you're not married. Don't cover up the truth with boasting and lying. And who does that? Boasting and lying. Your musicians, your rappers, pretending that they're straight when they're homosexuals underneath. You know, even Tupac, there's a whole documentary about it on YouTube, was a homosexual. You know, all right. Boasting and lying, isn't that what rap music is about in general? Verse 15. For jealousy and selfishness are not the Most High's kind of wisdom. And that's what that whole music industry, especially the ones that is targeting our people, hip hop and all that, is. Such things are earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. And that music industry is demonic. Alright? Verse 16. Alright? For wherever there is jealousy and self-ambition, P. Diddy comes to mind, there you will find disorder and evil of every kind. And in that music industry, evil of every kind, man. Drugging people, raping men, raping women, trafficking, witchcraft, sorcery, demon time. Alright, it's all in there. Alright, verse 17. But the wisdom from above is first of all pure. Alright, it is also peace loving. This is the wisdom from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Gentle at all times and willing to yield to others. It is full of mercy and good deeds. You know, and they have no mercy for each other, man. They're promoting no mercy. It shows no favoritism and is always sincere. You know, and that's why we always say, we pray for the brothers, the elect, who are doing this in truth and sincerity. All right, verse 18. And those who are peacemakers will plant seeds of peace and reap a harvest of righteousness. And that harvest of righteousness is the kingdom. So you niggas that are doing this wickedness, staying in that industry, you know, and so forth, all right, you're doing, all of this stuff that is listed in James. You know, you're doing, you're jealous, you got self-ambition, all right, you boast, you lie, all right, and that music is demonic. So the Lord has got your number, and that's why He's going to take you out in mass, all right. Being a rapper is not going to stop you from being rolled over by a tank in martial law. Alright, so judgment is coming. Alright, and judgment starts at those that know that they're Israelites, man. Alright, and even amongst this truth, this beautiful pure truth, you got people out there doing rap songs, man. You know, rapping about Yahushua, this, that, and the other, which is their choice. They can, do that and stuff, but really, what is it really for? Is it really for the truth to exalt Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, or is it just because you like rap and you're in this truth, you want to mix the two together? You know, that's why when we're in this truth, you should always do things with advice, especially from people that are, above you and stuff like that, because time is of the essence, man. You know, writing rap lyrics, about this truth, doing this and that, which is fine. It's up to you. But the time you do that, then you do film a video and all this stuff. Hey, you could have done 3 or 4 edifying lessons, man. All right. So, we have to redeem the time, as it says in Ephesians 5. and 15. Alright. Alright, Ephesians 5 and 15. I don't know why it went off. See ye that you walk circumspectly, carefully, not as fools, but as wise. Alright, which you idiots in the music industry haven't got. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Alright, and if you're putting out evil out there, evil is going to come back to you. Simple. Alright, so this devil he's weaponized this music, but it's the spirit behind it and what the intent is, you know. Okay, so listen, I pray you're edified. Until the next lesson, shalom.